What's up, my fellow nines? Wholeness. And what's up, fellow secretenergy tribe that happen to tune into this as well? This is a video for my nines, my fellow nines out here. As personality 9, psychic number 9, this is our neuroses. That's a neurosis is an obsessive compulsive disorder on the, which, let's just put it this way. You could say it's a disorder. Like a lot of different things on the internet will speak to like this kind of stuff as a disorder, but really it's a supernatural power ability that if you channel it properly, you're going to be able to fill in the blanks of many other scenarios that the world as a whole needs. Many people need this specific neuroses, this supernatural advantage that nines have. Everyone has a supernatural advantage. Nines are all about everybody else, right? So let's go ahead and make sure we include everybody else. Everyone's got their superpowers, but let's talk about our superpowers because we often leave ourselves non-existent in the world. In any kind of groups, it's like, well, I'm going to sit back and watch and observe, and I'm interested in tapping the pulse of my fellow 9 communities in the tribe to see if there's any common interest to have a type of accountability group where we can hold each other accountable and really come forward and manifest ourselves. And because we want everyone to speak freely and share themselves and have their agenda. Yeah, we have our own agenda and we need to let that shit be known. Really. Like 9 is the Mars energy. Mars is the bare arms. You know, it's so the healthy integration of the 9 is a fighter. Like if you know Mars in astrology, that is all about taking action. And in the Enneagram system, which is another word for Enneaology, whatnot, it's whatever a 9 integrates the true self, integrates that personality, you embody and manifest and start behaving in a 3-like type of way, which is Jupiter, which is the guru. Ultimately, like this is something really interesting to be mindful of. And also when we disintegrate and we're unhealthy, we move towards being a 6. And I really want to shed light on how we play this game as 9s that keep us away from being healthy and keep us in pent up anger. Because fuck, I need to figure out my tripod system here a little bit, but don't want that row. Let's get the more beautiful trees behind. Okay, right? We want we want to create space so that people feel safe, to express themselves and experience and manifest the experiences they want to have. And oftentimes with that, you know, we're actually playing therapists in a way and not being therapists for ourselves. And we're actually granting the access to that type of space that we're actually in wanting for our own selves. Because a lot of times throughout our journey, we're going to be challenged to really honestly, authentically step forward and express ourselves and have a healthy ego, have an agenda, have boundaries defined for yourself, and do no harm and take no shit. I'm not saying whatsoever that I'm mastered it or anything. I'm just saying I've been practicing this. Our healthy integration looks like a fighter. Like whenever we're healthy, we want to fight, and we want to fight for a cause. If we're numbed out, that's like red flag and a telltale sign that something needs to change. And who else better to honor and acknowledge these things other than a fellow 9? And especially in the secret energy community, I don't know how this is going to work, but
How you doing?
what's up, bro?
Mind if we hit real quick?
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, just to wrap this up, I am all kinds of things. I am making a video, yes.
Oh, nice. I like when I run into YouTubers or some type of, I don't know, cool, like, what are you working on?
I'm making a video on, you ever heard of the Enneaology? A system of personality and how to integrate yourself towards like a healthy behaviors, how to be aware of when you're disintegrating towards unhealthy behaviors. All right, to wrap this up, that was a great little something came out of left field for me. So the woman, it was a couple who came in, man courting a nice woman. They were playing some golf, but the woman was an 8 personality number. The man was a 3 personality number, and that really demonstrated how the 8 personality is not afraid to come forward and like really make connection. Like we'll come out, a lot of 8 personality women have a kind of a maybe even more of a challenging path than an 8 man, because it's more of assertive, and that's kind of contrary to tradition to have an assertive, challenging woman. Yeah, I commend you on that. She came forward and grabbed a hold of me and reeled me into conversation, which is really good. And that is intimacy for the 8s. This little behavior to be aware of and know that that's how they roll. And they love that. To end the video, as 9s, this is my second tape. I didn't get the audio on the other one, dang it, but I'm gonna do it again. What I wanted to say was that in our mentorship, the tribe, our master teacher, initiator, Sivan, he's a 4. The system, as the system goes, there are challenging numbers, challenging personalities that they say on the superficial level don't go well together because there's a conflict of interest. What is important and what makes people feel safe, it's a conflict of interest right there, the protection survival mechanisms. Yet that's where us as 9s in the community, sensing the survival mechanisms, the survival mechanics around, we'll have to really be mindful and stand on our square, especially in the tribe, to assert ourselves, assert our expressions, even if it may be making people feel uncomfortable. Seeing that everyone's playing along, getting along fair, and everything's going nice and gravy, if you have something to bring forward that you feel will be somewhat disruptive, even just anything you say, anything, just your being is disruptive, well, that really needs to be overrode and reprogrammed to see the value that you will be deeply cherished for coming forward and showing yourself and reflecting to the community, to the tribe, to your environment, what your insight is as a guide. As we integrate to the 3, that's Jupiter, that's Guru, and that's a guide, that's a teacher. So keep that in mind, and fortune will shine upon you. We're here to fight the highest levels of expression. We're here to fight for a cause. So you're not going to be able to repress that. It's only going to boil up the volcano eruption. So have a great time, have a great experience in wholeness. I'm Raven. If you haven't met me yet, catch you on the flip side. I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand with astrology. I'm sure you're familiar with astrology.
Astrology? Yeah.
When's your birthday?
January 17th.
17th, okay. So,
Capricorn. Beautiful. I don't know if that matters.
In astrology it does. If I was to speak to you about this system, you're born January 17th. That day of the month you're born, 17, you reduce that to a single digit, which is 8. 1 plus 7 is 8. And so there's an 8 essence that's your personality that is actually it's like a psychic number. So you have psychic qualities to each numbers 1 through 9, because we're going to look at how personalities manifest in the world. How do they come Why? Because it's a survival protection mechanism. I don't know if I'm getting in your way of your perceptions.
No, no one's waiting on us.
In the manifest world, we got the
Wow, manifest world. You know something about that.
There it is. Yep, that's exactly what
Tell
I
them
was
what you
doing.
do.
Yeah, so me and her broke up, and I wrote a letter as if I was her to me, put it under my pillow for a few days, and 2 weeks later she called me.
Interesting.
So I was like, kind of just like missing her, and just wondering about manifestation. Just like, fuck it, I'll try it, dude.
What is when's your birthday?
September 30th.
September 30th.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So that's 3, right?
Correct.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yes.
When's your birthday, man?
October 9th.
Okay, nice. So are you also a Libra?
Yep.
Shout out, dude.
Shout out.
Ew. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so
Babe, good shot. I love it.
Take it.
I love it.
in the system though, just to put some kind of conclusion to this and closure, is what we are. We're pure awareness. You can just say it's like light consciousness.
Right.
And the way that consciousness shows up in the manifest world, there are different flavors or like spirits, expressions of the one organism that we are experiencing together.
Yeah.
So that's my fundamental belief is we're one organism experiencing itself, and that can get trippy. But to have self-definition through the process, you got when just pure light that's just clear comes through and creates this illusionary manifest world.
Yeah.
You got the 7 colors of the rainbow that we can actually see, contrast, and have space and a storyline. But there's also 2 other colors, white and black, that are on each, top and bottom of the rainbow, so to speak. So that makes 9 archetypes that you can come in. And so our first experience, our original wound or original trauma, basically birth, pre-birth, a shockwave basically comes through the system and kind of sets a groove, like a record groove, for how your brain forms, how your nervous system forms. And then we use that protection mechanism to navigate until we can feel safe enough in the world to actually come out of fight or flight and ascend more to a space of consciousness. And it's a journey of maintaining awareness more so than,
That's awesome.
because it's so easy to go to sleep and distractions and stuff.
Oh, that's a big one for us.
Definitely something there, yeah.
For us all, for sure.
Yeah.
And mine is
Good
constantly
luck.
running.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude, that sounds like a worthwhile pursuit, because what else is there than that,
Yeah.
Right.
If you're interested, I'll just throw this out there. I'm a part of a sovereignty mentorship community, and one of the basis things that how we relate to each other is through this system. But I don't know if you're interested in something like that. It's called,
You got a YouTube channel or something we can check out?
I can send you at least my phone number. I can go from there.
Oh, okay. You don't have like an Instagram or something?
Yeah, you can. I can give you my Instagram.
What is it?
Explorer, and it's all through periods, no spaces. Explorer of the Inner Smiles.
Explore the Inner Smiles?
Yeah.
I like that, dude.
I look
What's
forward
your
to
name?
Raven.
Raven?
Yep.
Nice to meet you.
Good luck with that, man.
Thank you. That was cool. Constantly going to be bumping into things. I don't know if all the audio got caught of that. I guess I happened to stop on a golf course. Yeah, that was good. That really integrated me.